This is EIQ2, The Secret to Happiness Revealed. And this is lecture 6, balancing. 5, 4, 3.
Most of what happens in life is kind of a mixture of the good and the bad. We always try and be happy and flourishing, but sometimes we get off course. Now, some of the keys start with the success balance wheel. Just about every coach I'm familiar with uses some kind of version of this, one way or another, because life is compartmentalized, but it's not. If things get out of balance, your relationships are great, but you're broke. Your career is stalled, but you're physically fit. You'll find out it's going to be very limiting to your happiness. Well, the balance wheel has been around for a while with a wide array of variations. Normally, the easiest way to look at it is to take your clientele through and ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how are your relationships? On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your spiritual life? On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your professional life? And ask them to scale where they are in life. Now, the next part is pretty easy. Once they've told you where they are, you ask them, what would you like to work on? Where would you like to improve? Now, periodically, I get asked the question, which one of these is the most important? And the answer is whichever one is out of whack and needs to be repaired. If you have a car and you have a flat tire, which tire is most important to get you going? Well, obviously, it's the flat one. If you are on a three-legged stool and one of those legs breaks, which leg is the most important? Ask a pilot of a plane, which wing of the plane is most important? That's how our life is pretty much set up. You need to have this balance, this structure, and if anything is seriously out of whack, it's going to throw off your life. It's going to send you in a downward spiral. With emotional intelligence, we'd like to be self-aware. Is something getting out of alignment? Does something need special attention? If it does, do it. Now, we can get that a little bit more detailed. What are your resources? What are your emotions? What's your work? What's your personal dimensions of life? What's your external factors? What are your internal factors? And as long as you maintain some semblance of balance, you're going to be okay. But you need to be aware of the different factors that are impacting your happiness, your balance, your structure in life. If things aren't going well, you need to attend to them. The flourishing model, which was by Martin Seligman, talks about the social well-being. Do you have contacts? Do you have relationships? Are they growing? Do you belong? Do you care? Are you coherent? So we start looking at social well-being, community, that belongingness need that Maslow talked about. That's all about your social context. Are you socially okay? If you're isolated, alone, I always try and warn people, isolated and solitude mean two different things. Isolated means you're involuntarily separated. Well, that's pretty hard. Now we move to your psychological well-being. Do you feel comfortable with life? Do you have a purpose? Are you in charge? Are you balancing that? Are you comfortable with it? How's your emotional and well-being? Do you take an interest in life? Are you satisfied? Are things going well? And you need to keep all of these legs in proportion. Now, I always love it when I hear someone saying, eliminate negatives in life. Get rid of adversity, get rid of stress, get rid of problems. Somehow, when people talk that way, it always reminds me of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and The Wizard of Oz. We've all got troubles, we've all got problems. They crop up at the most inconvenient times. You've got limitations, you've got barriers to growth. Things just don't go the way you'd like. You get a setback, you get a disappointment. Somehow or another, you've got to be aware of these triggers. If you ruminate, if you get yourself into a pity party, if you sit there wallowing in it, you're just not going to be very happy. What feelings are you getting? Can we create a positive? Can we break that negative pattern? What's triggered me into the negatives? Can I get around it? Can I overcome it? Can I dismiss it? Maybe I've decided to spend too much time on regret, focusing on the past. Hey, get into today, center, be present. Maybe I'm worried and anxious about tomorrow. Be vigilant, be responsible. Do something. Look for stepping stones. Be patient, forgiving, celebrate. You want to get beyond the negatives. The dirty dozen. Are you fearful, doubtful, pessimistic? We've all gotten there. If you haven't, you're just not made the same way the rest of us are. Are you not centered? Are you in the past or the future? Regrets are the past. The woulda, coulda, shouldas. Things that didn't go well, and I feel sorry for them. The anxieties and worries of the future. We worry about so many things that just never happen. Are you focused on things instead of experiences and relationships? You're going to tend to be unhappy. The more things we get, the more insurance you need. Maybe you need a security system. Maybe you need better locks on your door because you've got more things to protect. You need to figure out more investments. More things create more worries. I'm not going to take any risk in life. I'm going to play it safe. There isn't any excitement in that life. There's no vigor. There's no adventure. I'm the victim. I want to blame everybody else. That's going to lead to unhappiness. Ineffectiveness. You're not getting results. Perhaps you're not doing it well or wisely. I want to dwell on my constraints. It's been said that if you want to focus on the obstacles and the constraints, you get to keep them. Focus on how to win. Focus on solutions, not problems. Are you somebody who likes to give up, accept defeat, surrender? Oh, woe is me. I'm never going to get beyond this. Do you spend your life complaining, condemning, criticizing, comparing? The seas are deadly. You're focused on things that are beyond your control and that are negative. That's going to make you sad. Are you losing your perspective? Are you failing to learn to be creative? Do you lack meaning in your life? What's undermining you? I'm lethargic. I'm alone. I'm dwelling on the negatives. I'm ruminating about them. I'm getting negative spirals over and over again. I want to be controlling. I can't accept that I'm not in control of everything. I'm looking for external answers. If I find the right person, the right product, the right job, if it's going to be external, it's never going to make you happy. I'm maintaining toxic relationships. Some people just bring you down. They find the rain in every cloud. They like to tell you why things won't work. You spending too much time with those kind of people? It's time to get rid of the toxic. Do you lack purpose? What's your agenda? Look for things to give up. Give up those C's. Give up those limiting beliefs. Give up the blame game. It's the fault of the government. It's the fault of my bad luck. It's the fault that I didn't go to the right school. I didn't get the right education. I don't have the right friends. I didn't get the right breaks. We can go on and on and on. How's your self-talk? What are you visualizing? What are you saying to yourself? Are you emphasizing all that bad stuff, or are you looking for the good in life? Are you looking for positive ways for things to go, or are you focused on the negatives? Do you have a lot of regrets from the past, worries from the future? Do you resist change and improvement? You don't like creativity. Do you need the approval of others? Not want, need. Do you need to be right all the time? Some of the people who've really shed light on this area is Montgomery offered, if you make up your mind, that's where you're going to go. If you look for things in life, if you get what you want, do you really enjoy it? Are you grateful for people who make you happy? Are you thankful? That really does some incredible things for the mind. How are your thought patterns? Are you in control, or do you just drift? Happiness is a journey. It's a journey of choice. Now, here's your exercise to put in your journal to make things a little bit better for you. Every day, smile. Send out some positive body language. Have an open posture. Phone a friend. Sing a song. Even if you don't sing well, sing in the shower, sing in the car, sing while you're walking. Dance a little as if nobody's watching. Tell a joke. Be a little bit childlike. Not childish, but childlike. Take a few minutes to laugh. Be silly. Have some good humor. Put fun and joy in your life. Make it a regular routine. It's got to be a habit for you. Play games, solve puzzles. Find your hobbies and enjoy them. Expand, add variety. There's fun in variety. Learn, improve, be creative. Take time to stop and smell the roses in life. Living life with passion and self-care. You know, if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. If you can't get yourself motivated and engaged and excited, don't think anybody else is going to come along and save you. I'm going to encourage you to have a passion for winning. And think of passion in life. The first P in passion is be persistent, persevere. Too many people quit too early. Not you. You're going to be the person who's going to be persistent. You're going to find your moments. You're going to bend the world to your will. Have a positive attitude, a champion's heart. Be energized, be excited, be happy, be optimistic, be intentional. Don't just drift. People who are deliberate and self-managed are much happier. The S part of passion. Find a way to contribute and add value. Serve. Seek to make teams better. Seek to add value. Seek to understand. Seek to empathize. Serve people. When you make the lives of other people better, you'll make yourself better as well. Share. Give. Participate. Don't be the whole show. Give other people a chance to shine. Use them. Get them involved with you. Look for synergy. Sharing is energizing. You'll find out you can succeed at much higher levels with a team than all by yourself. Influence. Choose to lead. Your words matter. Your example matters. Be creative. Set the pace. Be powerful. If it's going to be up to you, not anybody else. Own your mind. Commit to achievement. Take command. Don't let anybody else tell you what to think, what to do. Do it yourself. Take responsibility. And the end in passion, focus on the now. It's about today. Be centered. Don't multitask. Don't let your mind drift. Be in the now. Now, we all get met by sadness, rough times, troubles. Think about resilience. You need to overcome. Now, there's a few things you need to have to overcome. You need to be optimistic. You need to have that confidence, that inner energy, that self-esteem, that self-worth. A little bit of grit and mental toughness go a long way. Can you change gears? Can you do something different? Shift the flow. Things aren't working my way right now. I'm going to do something different. Be mindful. Be self-aware. Be hardy. Be prepared. Have a mindset. Set up your relationships. Look for support. Laugh at life. Have a drive to succeed. That's all about resilience. Get known as the comeback kid. Now, your brain is going to be proactive and reactive. You want to set it up to be proactive. You want to be responsive instead of just knee-jerk reactions in life. So you want to start with self-assurance, self-esteem, personal value. Validate yourself. I'm okay. It's good to be me. Act with emotional awareness and management. Have some poise and control. It's going to be an active choice. Cope. Bad things happen to nice people. Well, I've got to recover. I've got to bounce back. I've got to refresh things. Accentuate the positive. Focus on the good. Minimize that negative stuff. Operate with kindness, compassion, benevolence. Be the kind of person you'd want to be around. Condition success. Celebrate. Reinforce the positives. Don't let things go just because you're lazy. Being resilient is being proactive. You're going to identify vulnerable areas. You're going to have courage and character. You're going to problem solve. You're going to be solution oriented. You're going to be an abundance thinker. You're going to preemptively deal with concerns. You're going to take action before the world demands you take action. Having developed hardiness and grit, you're going to react well. You're going to respond quickly, effectively, formidably. Minimize those negatives, optimize the positive, create learning, create systems where you grow from. Now, to take care of yourself, if it feels wrong, if it hurts, don't do it. It's an old joke about doctors, but the patient goes into the doctor's office and says, "Doctor, it feels bad when I put my arms like this over my head." The doctor just shakes his head and looks at the patient and says, "Stop doing it. If it feels wrong, if it feels hurtful, don't do it. Don't compromise yourself." Say what you mean what you say. Integrity isn't a shortcut. It's actually the easy path to a calm mind. Please yourself, not others. You're not here to fix them. Just worry about yourself. Trust your instincts. You're smart. You've got self value. You've got self worth. Now, here's one we all get tied up in. It seems to be humble and appropriate. Oh, I'm not that good. I can't do it that well. There are other people who are a lot better than me. Don't speak badly of yourself. Speak well of yourself. The mind isn't capable of shifting through, well, you didn't really mean that. So you want to speak well of yourself at all times. I can, I will. Don't give up on the dreams. Those are yours. Be assertive. Say yes, say no when you mean it. Don't undervalue yourself. If you put a low price on your self-worth, don't expect others to raise it. Be kind to yourself. A little compassion, a little self-time goes a long way. Let go of what you can't control. So many times we watch the news and we get stressed and irritated by events that are simply beyond our scope. Let go of it. If you can't control it, just relax and control what you can. Stay away from drama and negativity. There's some people in life who always seem to like drama, confrontation, and those kinds of things. They're stressors. Why would you move towards them? Develop a grateful heart. Think of things you can be thankful for. Share, give. Laugh often from the heart. Choose happiness. If things aren't working, change the pan. Resilience is going to foster your well-being. It's going to make you happy. You can't control unexpected things. There's always some pain in life, but we can choose to be resilient for that storm. Gratitude is a very strong chemical for the brain. It breeds optimism, enthusiasm, resilience, lots of good stuff. Have your strategy in life. Look for your self-worth, your focus, inner empathy, loyalty. Forgive yourself, but be optimistic. And then I love the proverb that ends this series of quotations. The body heals with play. The mind heals with laughter. The spirit heals with joy. Remember, happiness is healing. Your exercise for this area. When things go down, negative spirals, obstacles, disappointments, use self-awareness and self-management to slow things down. Put the brakes on. Recognize what's happening. Write down some notes. What were the triggering events? How am I responding? Is that slowing the negative spiral or contributing to it? Don't let the spiral get out of control. Self-awareness is going to be your tool to take command all the time. When things are going well, they like to use the term flow or you're in the zone. It almost seems that you can do no wrong. Every now and then people make the mistake of putting themselves on a clock. Oh, I've had enough of that. I'm going to stop. Well, when you're in the flow, enjoy it. Capitalize on the good stuff. Keep going. Catch the positive feelings. Develop your immune system to those negatives. Have I put you to sleep yet, Scott?
No, it's been great. Now at 9 o'clock, I have a meeting, so we have 20 minutes. Is that enough time for the next one?
The next one, and then just yell at me to stop because I don't want to run through on you.
Okay, so we'll plan to stop at 5:02.
Okay.
So, okay,
After we flourish, we're done.
there you
Flourish,
go.
flourish. The Perma V Foundation is the best research that's been done on happiness to date. It looks at the way we're structured. And remember, we're all wired a little bit different. So figure out how your wiring is set. What promotes your well-being? What promotes your happiness best? What you enjoy the most? We can start with positive emotions. I feel happy. I feel joyful. I'm euphoric. I'm looking at the future. This is comfortable. This is pleasant. There's the P. Ever engaged in something, really working well on a project, you lose track of time. It seems to go so quick. You're involved, you're having fun, the mind and the heart are on track. You're in the flow. That's a form of happiness. How about your relationships? Do you have people you can count on? Do you have people who help your well-being? Are you being supported? Are you being encouraged? Are you being nurtured? The relationships are critical. It's been said that friends are family that you choose for yourself. The M. What's the meaning in life? Are you leaving a legacy? Are you doing something more important than yourself? Are you achieving goals? What things are you accomplishing? Are you winning? Are you getting those trophies? Are you getting the awards you want? Are you completing the projects? And then let's add the V to the PERMA model, because that's been added recently, but it sustains it. How's your vitality? What's your energy level? Are you healthy or are you suffering? That's going to pretty much limit your happiness as well. So we've got PERMA V. This one looks a little bit busy, but it's important for you. Are we having the pleasant life? What's pleasant for you? Going to the beach, going to the mountains, going for a walk, reading a book, going to a movie? What constitutes the pleasant life? We've even had TV shows of lifestyles of the rich and famous where we get to live vicariously. The engaged life. Are you creating something? Are you molding something? Are you doing something? Could be very dependent on how your mind is structured. Some people are engineers, others are dancers, others are mathematicians. There are writers, there are movie stars, there are athletes. Figure out what engages your heart, mind, and action. Your relationship life. Are they authentic? Do people reach out to you? Do you reach out to them? Are you enhancing those connections? Are they growing or are they wilting? How do you need to cultivate them if that's where you find importance? How meaningful is your life? Are you leaving a legacy? Are you contributing to the community? What's happening here? Achievements? Are you getting the awards? Are you getting the results? Your vitality, your health, your energy, your endurance, your fitness, your stamina, your energy. Can you do things that you want to do? That's going to create the Flourish framework, those 6 areas. If you're like me, remembering PERMA V is much easier, and then it brings all of those to mind. Now, we talked about balance. Even though you're going to have a preference for one or more of these areas, we all want all of them. The pleasant life. What's going to happen? Am I living comfortably? The engaged life. Am I using my strengths, minimizing my weaknesses, capitalizing on opportunities, moving along with my life plan? My relational life. How's those social connections? Are we having fun together? Meaningful? What projects are you engaged in? Accomplished? What are your results? And add that V to flourish. What's your physical activity? You getting enough sleep? Eating well? Are you looking at the positives or are you dwelling in negative land? How's your character doing? Well, typically people who are happier, have integrity, they've developed their character. They have these character clusters that they've cultivated. So let's be aware of them. The courage cluster. Are you brave? Are you persistent? Do you have integrity? Vitality? Humanity. I love other people. I'm kind. I'm compassionate. I'm caring. How's your social intelligence? Do you see what's happening? Your transcendence. Are you spiritual? Do you have some good humor? Do you appreciate beauty? How's your temperance? Are you forgiving, merciful? Are you humble, modest, prudent? Do you self-regulate? Do you believe in justice, fairness, citizenship, leadership? Your wisdom and your knowledge. Are you creating properly? Are you curious, imaginative, open-minded? Do you enjoy learning, improving? What's your perspective? Those character strengths are going to take you to a happier life. Now let's put the positive psychology and the well-being in context for you. How's your organization? Do we work with nice people? Do you like to go to work or do you dread every day? Maybe you need to look for something different. Or maybe you're in the right place. We actually spend more time with those people in the organization than we do with our family. How are you performing? Are you getting results? Are you enjoying performing? Have you gotten bored? Or are you simply in that sweet zone where you really enjoy where you are in life? Is life fulfilling? How's your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your motivation? Are you answering your mental needs? We need to exercise the mind as well as the body. So, are you challenging yourself? Are you being stimulated? How are your hobbies? Learning something new? Imaginative, growing, changing? Finding adventure and novelty out there? How's your conscience? Sleep well? Have integrity? Doing what you feel good with? How's your occupation and career? Are you moving the way you want? How's the vision? Does this fit? Are you enjoying work life? Are you enjoying your quality of life outside? How are your financial rewards coming along? Do you have enough to meet your needs? Or are you worried about cash flow? What's your environment? Satisfied, safe, secure? Emotional needs? Optimism, freedom from negatives? Self-aware? Your physical needs? Are they met? So we've got all this positive psychology happening with our needs and our wants. We need to meet our needs, but we need to realize some of our wants as well. That's about self-actualizing. Your wellness, you need to be well. You need to be purposeful. So look at the basic areas. How about spiritual, your values, hope, meaning, purpose, faith, integrity? Social wellness, hospitality, friendships, contribution. Do you work well with other people? Community. Your emotions, are you the master or are they mastering you? Your occupation, your intellectual wellness, are you building that capacity? Your environment, very often we overlook the infrastructure and all those things that make our life fun, functional. Your financial wellness, your physical. Are you vibrant? Are you enjoying this? Or is everyday drudgery? People have pointed to this. Martin Seligman is the father of the happiness movement. He's written Flourish, and he speaks well on these things. A life that doesn't have meaning isn't going to be very good. But we want to develop every day. That's a sacred calling. Life inflicts some setbacks and tragedies, disappointments. The optimist and the pessimist both get them, but the optimist enjoys the journey much better. Well-being is internal and external. It's your feelings and it's being well. You need to nurture both the intrinsic, internal, and the extrinsic, external. You want to be authentic. You can't live my life. I can't live yours. You need to determine who you are, be self-aware, self-manage, and contribute. Using the framework, write down what areas do you get the greatest resonance from? Which ones are special to you? Which ones are more meaningful? Which ones are less? How are you getting more to those meaningful areas? What are the good experiences you've had? What are the bad experiences? What are you doing to improve, to explore possibilities? Write down a few notes on things you can do to vary your life, to do a little adventure, to try things. The better you understand you, the more self-aware you are, the better you can be happy, adopt PermaV, and flourish. Okay, Scott, I think we're done for the day.
Excellent.
I just want to take a look, and we're